claim the coupons. That's a legit baseball break right there. That should be interesting. All right, football is up. I'm going to take this down. I'm going to put this up. Take a screenshot of that if you feel the need to. If not, you can always go over to the tube. Replays will always be over there. Okay? Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Let's get it. Yeah, we're ripping some baseball today. Lowell Hanson. We're ripping some baseball today. Ain't playing no games around here. Oh, no. We're going to do the repack last. It might save somebody's soul at the end. We're going to do the blasters first. So let's get them up here. Thank you, everybody, for hopping in and getting this closed. It took a little bit longer than normal, but that's okay. It's been a little bit slower past couple of days, and that's just fine. Shout out to Alyssa. Thank you, Alyssa. Alyssa's got a pretty big stake in the game here. I hope she gets something. We never know, but good luck. And that goes to everybody. Good luck. Where's my little... There it is. I thought it was lost forever. We're going to start, we'll start with Select, and then I'll do Prism, because Prism has a chance. Prism has a hope and a dream where others may not. Remember, there's coupons in your upper left-hand corner. If you're even thinking about getting in that baseball, there's no reason why you shouldn't be using those. Empty box. Yeah, we'll open that tier 1 last because I like it. Rashad White, Mr. Hafunga for the Niners, Mike Sandstrel, and Ricky Parasol. We've got Bucky, Ivan Pace Jr., Dallas Turner, and T.J. Hawkinson. Man, Bucky's been just playing great. Sandstrel's pretty good, T-Ferb, from what I've seen. He's doing a pretty good job out there for the Commanders. Joe Andreessen, Kamari Lassiter, Trey Hendrickson on the die cut for the Bengals, and Mr. Spencer Rattler. We're getting good base rookies. Spencer Rattler, Bucky Irvin. Can we get a little something, something? Maybe. Could be. Will Anderson Jr. George Kittle, Zeke, and Phillip Rivers. We want something with some pizzazz. We want something with a little pizzazz. We'll take regular base rookies. It's okay, but we want pizzazz. Cameron Jordan, Bo Cephas, Nix, Brock Purdy, and a Patrick Mahomes. See, now that's what I'm talking about. A little pizzazz. Just a little bit. I'm not asking for that much. And that's MG. Josh Jacobs, Penei Sewell, Chris Olave on the numbers, and David Njoku. Okay. And again, like I said, we got some decent base rookies there. Ricky Parasol, Rattler, Bucky. So there were some in there. Now let's move on to Prism and see if we can get a silver. I want a silver. That's what I said. No, it's a baseball break is pinned at the bottom right now. Coupons in your upper left-hand corner. And there's quite, what is that? How many's in that? 6 hobbies in that baseball break. Empty box. David Montgomery. Cooper Kupp. Brennan Rice. And a Marshawn Nealon. Okay. 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 Urlacher, Randall Moss, Eric Allen, and a Don Beebe for the Bills. That's B-Wax's boy right there. He's always talking about Don Beebe this, Don Beebe that, you know. Jake Ferguson, Devontae Adams, good old Malik Neighbors, and a Raheem Mostert. Matt Milano, Matt Liffley, Art Monk, and a Dylan Laub. Kid Reporter. Good news about him is he's young, T-Fur. Back in the day, you guys remember, well, first of all, torn ACLs were very rare back in the day. But if you'd gotten a torn ACL back in the day, you were done. It was over. It's not like that anymore, fortunately. But back in the day, you got a torn ACL, you're done. That's it. You're not playing football anymore. Ed McCaffrey, Matt Stafford, Devin Leary, and a Tyler Lockett for the Seahawks. Yep. DJ Moore, Deebo Samuel. Our silver is a Xavier Legette on the last team Magic and a Samuel Laporta for the Lions. We take silvers around here. That's why Prism needs to be in breaks for stuff like that. All right. Blasters are down. Blasters are down. Now we're going to get to the Mega. Folks, I see people going in the shop. I feel it's important to point out the fact that there are coupons, especially with the size of that baseball break. There are coupons in your upper left-hand corner. Do not use those. They're not always there. Empty box. Achane, Highsmith, Kittle, CeeDee Lamb, Romeo Dobbs, the best base in the business here, Tyler Lockett, and our base rookie is a Ben Sinnott, so that means every pack after this should have a numbered card in it. Have any of y'all ever seen the Greg Oden video with the little old lady that's on TikTok that does all that? If you've seen it, you've seen it. And she's like, I could beat you, and you can just see it on Greg Oden's face. He's just like, oh, why? Jalen Johnson, Deron Bland, Garrett Wilson, Brian Burns, and Logan Wilson, Quincy Williams, and a Nate Wiggins out of 180 for the Ravens. Nate Wiggins. There you go, Alyssa. A little something. Somebody put something in the chat so I know you're alive out there. Anything. Emoji. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. James Cook. Dak Prescott. All right. Josh Hines Allen. Hufanga. Montez Sweat. Aroma Dunze. On the contours, and I'm fairly certain that's numbered. 2 out of 80 and a DeAndre Hopkins for the Chiefs. Take that, Rhino. A very nice. Medicated. Oh, okay. All right. Deshaun Watson. Aiden Hutchinson, George Karlaftis, C.J. Stroud. Stephon Diggs, Zach Moss, and a Devin Culp for the Bucks out of 88. Rookie edition, you know. Can I get a gold? I want a gold, man. Jalen Warren, Kyler Murray, Gardner Minshew the second, Breece Hall, Nico Collins. Well, we weren't expected anything, so... It's points. And what I'm going to do since it's points is whatever card is behind this, it's a lot of points. 600. Whatever team is on the card behind this is the team that will get those. Okay? So this last card determines that. It's the Steelers, and the Steelers are Quicksilver. So let me do this real quick. Quicksilver, that's going to you. Congratulations. Come on, Bengals. Come on, man. And we take points out of a mega, especially 600. But that was probably supposed to be an auto of some sort. You know how that goes. James Conner, DeAndre Swift, Josh Downs, Trayvon Walker, Micah Parsons, Contours Jonathan Brooks for the Panthers, and an Adisa Isaac out of 40 for the Ravens. Going to Alyssa. All right, now it's Hobby, and then we'll have the repack to end it with. Wobby. Let's get our resurgence on. I feel like we haven't opened one of these in a while. There's our RPA. Empty. So we've got this, we've got the Origins Hobby, and then we've also got the repack. So again, I see people going in the shop. Please know there are coupons. Please know there's coupons in your upper left-hand corner. That's a no-joke baseball break pinned at the bottom of this screen right now. It's legit. John Riggins. Drew Bledsoe, Sterling Sharp, Champ Bailey. Luke Kuechly on the refractor for the Panthers, and something he don't want to let go of. A Bucky Irving out of 249's not too bad. We'll take that too. Going to Quicksilver, Nate Wiggins and Jatavian Sanders. All right. Witten, Hester, Risen, Ricky Williams. That's my boy. Barry Sanders out of 225. Who got the Lions today? Done forgot. Quicksilver, Peyton Manning, Terrion Arnold, and Mason Smith. How about a little Barry? A little Barry action? Philip Sims, Fred Biletnikoff, Steve Young, Joe Theismann. Xavier Worthy on the auto for the Chiefs. Well now, MG. Take that. Very nice. I like you. Keon Coleman on the Voltaic. Jalen Wright and Isaiah Davis. Funky auto indeed. Uno 1X. That's what I see. Maurice Jones, Drew. Terrell Davis, Anthony Munoz, Jim McMahon, Andre Reed. Marvin Harrison Jr. out of 149 for the Cardinals, going to 218. Javon Bullard and Audric Estime. CJ Stroud, Torrey Holt, Rob Gronkowski, Michael Strahan, Brock Bowers on the refractor. We'll take that, Raiders. Rob Gronkowski, Ray Davis, and Darius Robinson. The Raiders. Donnie Mack. Polamalu. Williams. James Harrison on the refractor. Oh, we got a redemption. Good morning, Nadia. Tyke Smith. Mr. Eichenberg. We got Will Levis. Here we go. Good luck. Topps Online Redemption Card. Congratulations. You are due to receive a Resurgence rookie signature of Bucky Irving for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and that's going to Quicksilva. Quicksilva's having a little bit of a break right now. I'm watching it happen. A little Bucky action, and Bucky has been playing great. Absolutely great. Charles Woodson. Tony Dorsett, Josh Cribbs, Richard Dent, Jermaine Burton for the Bengals, Anthony Richardson, Refractor, Voltaic, Roman Wilson, and Chris Braswell. Terrell Suggs, Herman Moore, John Randall, Darrell Revis, Walter Payton on the refractor, Marvin Harrison Jr. Circuit Breakers, Joshua Carty, and Jackson Powers Johnson. Still got an RPA, so it was Bucky and Xavier. I don't even know what that is. Was the RPA going to be a defensive player? James Harrison, Luke Kuechly, Walter Payton, Chris Carter, Malachi Corley's out of 75, conductors Jim Kelly, Sua Mattia, and Lassiter. Six hobbies in that next baseball break pin at the bottom. Eric Dickerson, Anthony Richardson, John Elway, Roger Staubach, Graham Barton for the Bucks out of 249. Bucks still eating. Kurt Warner on the refractor, Glimmer and Gleam. Troy Faltanu and Bub Means. What is this RPA gonna be? I wonder. Archie Manning, Bo Jackson and Joe Green, Richard Sherman, Edwin Cooper for the Pack on the refractor, Bryce Young conductors, Jacob Cowing, and Luke McCaffrey. Luke McCaffrey's been getting a little bit more playing time around here too. I done seen it. Yes, I did. I saw it. Emmitt Smith, Jim Kelly, Jonathan Ogden, and Jason Taylor pulling from the back. Fisk, Paul, Devontae Walker. I think it's going to be a defensive player if I had to guess. It is Mr. Latu for the Colts out of 125. That is a defensive player. But it's going to the Colts, and the Colts are possessed by J. Crump Dissel. There it is. There it be, and there it is. I figured with a running back and a wide receiver, like Bucky and Xavier, not bad gets. And neither's Latu, but I had a feeling it had to be defense. All right, we're going to do Origins Hobby now, and then we've got a repack. Empty box. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. T. Higgins. Jalen Royals for the Chiefs on the RPA. Elick Ayamanor for the Titans out of 99. Okay. He's actually been getting the ball more than pretty much everybody over there. Daniel Marino for the Dolphins out of 99. Rise to the Hall. That's Jay Mitten, man. Terry Bradshaw out of 149. T. Higgins for the Bengals out of 225. And a Jaden Higgins for the Texans to round it out. All right, folks. It's coming down to this repack. Is it going to save a soul? Will it save someone's soul? I hope that it does. I do. I hope that it does. It's the Royals. T. Higgins. Mr. Bradshaw, a couple legends here. Why? Why'd you gotta base Bo Nix? You're good, dog. You got everything you need. Yes, you did. All right, let's just see. It's a pretzel. And good luck. That's exactly what you deserved, Hip Hop. Take that. It's a Niner, but boy, oh boy, is it a nice card. For the San Francisco 49ers, Alyssa, it's micro mosaic Brock Purdy. And that's what I call saving the day. Hippity, I can't give you a hard time. Come on now. No fair. No fair. You can't slander me and not take a little bit. That's not fair. You're not being fair. Because you're already slandering me. I saw it. You slandered me. Slanderer. Alyssa, you got saved. And we shall take that. Yes, we shall. Appreciate you, Wise. All right, I got to do this. Recap style. No such they were not. Correct. I got to do this recap real quick. Graham Barton for the Bucks. Adisa Isaac. Marvin Harrison Jr. out of 149. Jonathan Brooks and Patrick Queen. Brock Bowers, Xavier Worthy on the auto. DeAndre Hopkins and Nate Wiggins. Bucky Irving out of 249. Bo Nix and Xavier Legette. Patrick Mahomes and Barry Sanders. Devin Culp. Roma Dunzi was out of 80. Elick on the auto out of 90. That looks weird. 98. Is that right? No, 86 out of 99. Dan Marino on the patch out of 99. Walter Payton. T. Higgins out of 225. Jaden Higgins. Out of 149. Terry Bradshaw. Jalen Royals on the RPA. Law 2 out of 125. And the redemption is Bucky Irving. And that's what it is. And that's what it be. James, I've got an Emanate in the shop right now. I'll probably have to wait for that one first. But we can look at that. We can certainly look at that because there's only 4 spots left on that Emanate. But stay tuned. And that was a nice little repack right there. Yes, it was. I like that very much. Oh, Hippity, did you do some business? Hold on, let me check. I got to check the baseball too, you guys. Give me 1 second. There's the break number. And you can always go over to the tube to see what's what. All right, it's rip time. We've made it. Good luck, good luck. And we can look at doing this again tomorrow if you want to. Absolutely. Caden, I just wouldn't do it today because it's late in the late in the morning. It's afternoonish really, and I wouldn't want to have to try to go through that again because it's a pretty hefty break. It's a nice break, and we can look at running it tomorrow. All right, so tier 1's going to be last. Tier 1's going to be last. We'll do it like this. Starting with Topps Chrome. Yes, it should, Mr. Hanson, and thank you, everybody. This will be my last break of the morning, but I'll be back tomorrow morning. You know how I do. Mr. and Mrs. will be on tonight. Again, if any of you guys are looking for SpongeBob or anything like that, I'm fairly certain they'll have that tonight. I don't know in what capacity, but they'll have it tonight. I know it just dropped today. Empty box. They might. What time's that game start? Real Moto. Richard Fitz, Cody Bellinger, and Jonathan India. 110. So soon. Daniel Schneeman. Wilson Contreras for the Cardinals. Corey Seager and Byron Buxton. Julio Rodriguez. Jamison Talion out of 299 for the Cubs. Francisco Lindor. Sean Manaea. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on the dot. Who's going to be the team that didn't win yesterday that wins today? Machado, Belozo, Blake Dunn for the Reds, and Bryce Harper. Little Blake Dunn action. Cleveland, maybe Trey, maybe. Sir Coop says the Yankees. Ballin says Cleveland. Brady. That's right, Little Hanson. Put it out into the world. Yilber Diaz. Orange out of 25 rookie auto for the Diamondbacks. Last team magic going to Sean. A little last team magic action. Look at that. He's got a little bit of wax down there at the bottom. I don't know if you could even... I can see it, but there's a little bit of wax down there at the bottom. Should be easy enough to get off of there. Bryce Harper and Nick Gonzalez. It did. It did. Yordan Alvarez, Santander, Tristan Casillas for the Red Sox, and Alonso. Jacob Wilson, Scooble for the Tigers, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Freddie Freeman. Did you, Cam? Cam. Noel, Big Christmas. Jazz Chisholm out of 250 for the Yankees. Okay. Shohei and Garrett Mitchell. It is 250 out of 250. Last on print, Mr. Chisholm. Lopez, Nootbaar, Pedro Leon, and Vinny Pasquantino. Nacho Alvarez, Drew Thorpe, Tyler Soderstrom, and Tescar Hernandez. Jose Ramirez, Josh Hader, Christopher Morel, and Willie Adames. Ryan Bliss, Chris Bassett for the Blue Jays, Jackson Churio, and Logan Gilbert. Buy back Otani. What you talking about, Sean? What you talking about, player? Swelling back. Tovar for the Rockies out of 150 on the lava. 132 out of 150. Oh, okay. Aaron Judge on the power players and Alec Burleson. There you go, Rockies. On the Givey. Space Captain Ridley. Michael King. Spencer Horowitz Sanoja for the Marlins and Adolis Garcia. Wow. Indeed. I've got a 101 Otani in my collection. Wonder what that's worth. Connor Norby. It's pretty early on too. DJ Hers. Mookie Betts on the all etch and Royce Lewis. Salvi. Terang. Luis Angel Acuna on the power players and Mr. Tovar again. I've had that card for a while. I haven't comped any of my baseball cards for a long time. Years. I've been ripping football for so long. Reese Hines. Hunter Renfroe. Chris Sale and Alex Bregman. Joey Bart, Kevin Alcantara, Shohei on the all etch, and Dansby Swanson. Bradley Blaylock, Brandon Lowe, Will Warren for the Yankees, and Hunter Green. Thanks, Hunter. Great outing last night, bro. Way to show the Dodgers who's boss, man. Yamamoto. Cade Povich. Corey Seager. And Gunnar Henderson. All right. Well, Jonathan, I hope you're right. It's not going anywhere. It's staying with me. But I guess, you know, if I had to one day. All right. Bowman Chrome time. First one, anyways. Trying to remember. I think it was out of Heritage, but I'm not positive, Jonathan. I've had it for a while. I remember hitting it though. And this won't open, so we won't open this pack. Empty box. I'm pretty sure it's out of Heritage. Now, don't hold me to that. I'd have to go look it up. For the Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte out of 299. It came to the league, starring Connor Griffin from the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't even know what that is, but it's sick. That's nasty. That's cool, Mayberry. I like that. That's different. Nathaniel Uton for the Red Sox on the first Bowman auto. Padilla on the etch for the Cardinals. That's nasty too. Andrew Salas for the Marlins. Junior Caminero out of 150 for the Devil Rays. Heinz Brito for the Guardians out of 499. Juan Thomas for the Cubs out of 125. Why does that feel like that matters? Izagiri and Chad Patrick. And I think that Salas is a pretty good card, actually, if I remember correctly. Jonathan says it is. What are they going for, Jonathan? Is that a $7,000 card? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I got you. Well, I was just wondering how big, you know. But who's got the Marlins? Some guy named Nacho right there. Heinz Brito. Some guy named Nacho got him. Junior Caminero. It is not numbered, Jonathan. It is not numbered. Mayberry, you got Giants. Yes, you did. And you got the Cardinals. Yes, you did. Correct. Confirmed. I can confirm that. So not bad. We'll take it. It's a good deed. It's a we take those. And like I said, if there's any nil spots that we'll go to the Dodgers. So, because we ran into a few yesterday. Jared Thomas, Connor Norby, Scott House, Homer Bush, Jim Rice, Alex Freeland for the Dodgers. Kyle Teal for the White Sox. Leo DeVries, Buster Posey, Nick Kurtz, and David Shields. Hey, we'll take that. We'll take that. Ain't even done anything yet, so that's good. What happens when he does something? Schmidt, Gordon, Farmello, Billy Martin, Zebby Matthews on the rookie, Mike Piazza, Emmeline Petrie for the Devil Rays out of 149, Bazana on the Red Wave, Aiden Miller is out of 99 for the Phillies, Alex Rodriguez, Roberto Clemente, and Vance Honeycutt. I'm hopeful that at some point in the offseason, the Reds spend a little bit of money. I know we're a small market team, but we've spent money before. Can we do it one more time? I don't even know who'd be out there, but just do it. Just do it. Can we get somebody that can hit 40 home runs? Maybe. Possibly. Please. It's a hitter's ballpark. The Great American's a hitter's ballpark. Can we get one? Just one. That's all. Walt Schmidt. Trey. James Wood. Tony Oliva. Paul O'Neill and Hideki Matsui. Christian Moore for the Angels out of 499. Jack Morris for Toronto. Look at this old gent. What up with it? Yeah. Give me one more chance. Dinger's Dylan Cruz. DePaula. Deion Sanders. And Seaver King. He's leaving, huh? He's just leaving, huh? See, that's good. I'd be interested in that. We need something like that. We do. That's what's missing. Lindsey. Nick York. Pee Wee Reese. Dontrell Willis D-Train. Elston Howard. Tommy White. Larry Walker for the Cardinals. And that is out of 199. Look at this little Pudge Rodriguez action for Texas. Out of 10. Yeah. We take out of 10 Pudges around here. Nice. Who got the Rangers? Trey. There you go, bro. How about a Pudge out of 10? 5 out of 10. And Larry Walker was out of 199. Man, nobody bats 260 to 280 hardly anymore. What happened to the 333? James Tibbs. That used to be a pretty, yes, you were a great hitter, but it was normal. Bob Gibson, Waldrop, and Rosario. Now if you bat 240, it's acceptable. It's yeah, that's not bad. Franklin Arias. Levi Wells, Aaron Judge, Enrique Bradfield, Roy Campanella, Jackson Churio, Hurston Waldrop for Atlanta out of 499, Jack Leiter for the Texans. I can only imagine that's Al's son. Jesus Made for Milwaukee, Austin Wells, Paez, and Tibbs. And let's see here. Smoltz, Ford, Pujols, Jensen, Saberhagen, Jake Arrieta on the red out of 299. Malcolm Moore for Texas out of 99 on the auto. Ethan Holiday dingers. Luke Keyshaw, Luis Baez, and Roman Anthony. We still got 3 hobbies over there in this whole row of cards right here. We're not done yet. No, we're not done yet. It was a hefty break. It's got a lot in it, Drew. It's got a lot in it. We not done yet. No, no. Dylan Head, Chase Madroff, Kobe Mayo, Joe Torre, Adam Jones, Andrew Painter, Bud Selig out of 49. Now, that I'm going to say is nil, and we'll go to the Dodgers. Oh, Bud Selig. They made a Bud Selig card. Ryan Sandberg for the Cubs. Cam Smith for Houston. Jake Peavy, Ashcraft, and wow. Urangelo Shinjinche. Bumblebee Tuna. Bumblebee Tuna. Bubba Chandler, Vlad Guerrero, Culpepper, Mattingly, Sosa, George Lombard Jr. for the Yankees. We'll take it. Oh, that's, hold up. 10 out of 10. Yeah, 2 out of 10s out of this Prism box. Well, well, well. How about that? A deed. George Lombard Jr. That's nice. A very nice. 10 out of 10. Good hit. We've got Kevin McGonigal for Detroit out of 499. Roby for the Cardinals on the red wave. Roman Anthony, Luis Angel Acuna, Brooks Lee, and Heston Kjerstad. Greg Maddux. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Yordani. Ethan Holiday. Ty Cobb. Ching Sien Ko. Monte Irvin. Prince Fielder. Out of 299. Billy Amick. Jim Thome on the dingers. Andy Pettit. Dalton Rushing, and Tony Perez made the he does Sir Coop PC's Primo cards. Yeah, still trying to get that RPA. It's not easy to get, you know. It's out there to be had, but Kiki, Spencer Jones, King Griffey Jr. Agasawara, Washington. Cal Ripken, Joe DiMaggio. Christy Mathewson for New York out of 149. That's the Yankees. Colt Keith on the red wave. Chase Dollander. Taylor. Andy Van Slyke and Bryce Rayner. Did they really make an Andy Van Slyke card? Do you like that one? Mr. Hanson, did you like that one? That's pretty good, wasn't it? Jared Thomas, Connor Norby and Christian Scott, Tom Glavine, Brady Ebel, David Ortiz, Darryl Strawberry for the Mets out of 499, Brody Beck for the Rockies. Connor Griffin for Pittsburgh. Cole Young, Chase Davis, and Pablo Sandoval. Christie's New York Giants. Izzy. Let's see here. You might be right. What was the year? Trying to find a year on the gent. Because you might be right. 1908, you are right. You're right. You're right. Good call, T-Ferb. Here, let me put that on there because they might not realize that. I got you. Now that's the Mets. I do remember those postcards. Yes, I do. I still have some. Mike Schmidt, Gordon, Farmello, Caminiti, Hank Greenberg, Morales, Tommy White for the A's, and that is out of 199. Now, I feel like it's supposed to be Jonathan, but that's not how that's spelled. Jonathan Clase for the Blue Jays out of 49. Bazana, Theo Gillian, Combs, and Maggie. And Tommy White. All right, here we go. Topps Chrome, then one more Bowman Chrome, and then a Tier 1 to end it out. Just like that. And you do get all cards, by the way, just so you know. You do get all cards. Some of these will be top-loaded after the fact. It is. We'll run it again tomorrow if you guys want to. I'll probably start with football, though. But we can run it again tomorrow. Empty box. Luis Garcia. First pack. Joey Cantillo for the Guardians out of 250. Scooble and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. First pack for the Guardians. Guardians sat there a little bit this time. Darren Baker. Luis Castillo. Leo Jimenez and Kyle Schwarber. Take a Leo for the Blue Jays. Yep. I just did. Juan Soto. Suzuki for the Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong and Brian Reynolds. Ooh, a deed. Brooks Baldwin. Randy Arozarena. Kyle Schwarber. And good luck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who got him? Nacho. That's how we take those, bro. Yep, that's how we take those. Mr. Skeens. Looks pretty good, too. Let's check the back of it out. Yeah, looks pretty good, bro. Holla. Now that's a short print, and we want it. Brooks Baldwin. This guy's so nasty, by the way. He's a nightmare. He's a future Dodger or Yankee or both. Chaparro. Azuna. Mike Trout and Siri. That's a nice card, bro. Mayberry, he is. He is for the time being. Corbin Carroll. Festa. Toshman. And Quan. Shunk. Matt Olson. Giancarlo Stanton and Gleyber Torres. Coop, you're probably right on that. You're probably right about that. But somebody, these small market teams are never going to do anything if they just don't get lucky every once in a while. Obviously, the Pirates are kind of in the same boat as the Reds. Mountcastle. Ryan McMahon for the Rockies out of 299. Chris Sale and Lou Bob. Did you, sir? $20.29. My goodness gracious. Jimenez, Mayo, Tyler Stevenson, and Candelario. Carlos Rodriguez, Joe Musgrove, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Ozzie Albies. Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt, Drew. Leo Jimenez, Luis Angel Acuna, Zach Gallen. My goodness, Zach. Johnny Appleseed and Nathaniel Lowe. Cedric Mullins. Nick Sogard for the Red Sox. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Wilson Contreras. What a nice Paul scheme that is. Brooks Lee. Benintendi. Kevin Alcantara and Chris Bassett. There you go, Cubs. A little something, something for your troubles. Ryan Jeffers. Tyler Locklear and Kyle Tucker. Tarek Skubal. Orvelis Martinez. Matt Chapman. Another Paul Skeens. And Hunter Renfroe. Future Stars. Profar. Isaac Collins. Austin Riley. And Michael Harris II. Graceffo. Gilbert Diaz for the Diamondbacks. Clase for the Guardians. And Tyler Anderson. Mr. Diaz to the front of the line. Suzuki, Kowser, Volpe, and Josh Naylor. Still got two hobbies over there. Sogard, Cavadas, Jeremy Pena, and Mookie Betts. I need a hero. Matt Olson. Chris Bryant, Bryce Harper, and Wilson Contreras. Okay. 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 How about that? A decent amount of base in this. That's okay. And again, you do get all cards. Bowman time. Empty box. Trey Turner for the Phillies. Samuel Basallo for the Orioles. Miguel Ullola. Kevin Alvarez for the Astros. Astros Eaton. For the Cubs, Angel Cepeda. That, oh, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Got the Cubs. Plante. Jacob Christian for the Giants. Jackson Holiday for the Orioles. Freddie Freeman out of 150. Kendry Martinez and Jacob Wilson. Okay. I tried, Drew, you know. This looks nasty. Cubs 8 in this break, by the way. Completely ate up this break. And the Astros didn't do too bad either. Kevin Alvarez on the first Bowman. And Miguel. And then we had some Freddie Freemans and whatnot. You know, some numbered cards. Jackson Holiday was out of 250. And Mr. Christian was out of 75. First Bowman. That wasn't a bad box. But now, you know where we go to now. It's Tier 1 time. Good luck. Good luck. And good luck. Come on, Tier 1, be good. Aries, you know what? Can't stop, won't stop. That's how Primo does it. Play no games. Empty box. Good luck. Big time, it can happen. Amador out of 125 for the Rockies. Randy Arozarena for the Mariners out of 49. That's you, big time, isn't it? I think it is. I can barely see it over there. I don't have the sheet immediately beside me, but I think that is. Mr. Rocker for the Rangers, and that is out. Is it not numbered? There it is, out of 149. And our last card. Andres Jimenez at 91 out of 99 for the Guardians to end it out. It was a good box. That was a good Tier 1 box, but I'd say it's probably one of the lighter versions of the ones we've opened thus far. The one we open tomorrow will probably be pretty, will be popping. Wasn't bad, just appreciate you, Drew. You did all right, bro. I'm going to do a recap of everything. And then we'll go from there. I'm gonna do a recap of everything, and then Mr. and Mrs. will be on tonight. I know not all of you guys stay for the recap, so enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I may be on another platform tonight. If you know, you know. Starts with an A or F, ends with an Addicts. Live, I'll probably be on there, so we'll just see. We'll just see what's what. And there's so many autos in this, I don't even necessarily care what order this is because there is a ton. Kimberly, you're always there for the recap, and I appreciate it. Aries left already. She was like, Primo's on. Psh. Have a good day, Mr. Hanson. That was probably the lightest the Braves have ever done for you when I've ripped a baseball break. They were there, just not like no autos or anything. That's right. That means they're due tomorrow. All right. Here we go. I need to see what else is on those inserts. Those are cool. I like them. Ryan McMahon was out of 299. Yulber Diaz, Nick Sogard, Mike Trout, Newton for the Red Sox, Padilla on the etch for the Cardinals, Chad Patrick, these. It came to the league. Connor Griffin for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's nasty. That's nasty. If there's any Reds out there, I want them. Matt Olson, Leo Jimenez, Christian Moore was out of 499. Shohei, Acuna, Betts, and Joey Cantillo out of 250 for the Guardians. Warren, Sonoja, Otani, Skubal, Blake Dunn. Andrew Salas was a nice little hit. I thought it was, and then I think Jonathan confirmed it. He was like, he doesn't even know. Well, when I looked at it, I knew, I just didn't. Sometimes I'm not as over jubilant as I should be, I guess. Yulber Diaz out of 25. Talion out of 299. Tovar out of 150. Leon. Chisholm last on print, 250 out of 250. Bryce Harper. Petrie out of 149. Freeland out of 299. Ketel Marte out of 299. Bazana. Brito out of 499. Juan Tomas out of 125. 2 out of 125. Ivan Rodriguez was out of 10. 5 out of 10. Aiden Miller was out of 99. Jake Arrieta's out of 299. Prince Fielder out of 299. Kevin McGonigal out of 499. Ethan Holiday, Dylan Cruz, Nick Kurtz. Yeah, him. Junior Caminero out of 150. Paul Skeens. Suzuki. Daryl Strawberry was out of 499. Malcolm Moore out of 99. Larry Walker out of 199. Bud Selig out of 49. And that's going to the Dodgers because they were the most expensive spot. Waldrop out of 499. Jacob Wilson. Kevin Alcantara. Panini just got me. Tommy White out of 199. Freddie Freeman out of 150. Angel Cepeda out of 299 for the Cubs. Nice auto there. Jimenez out of 99 for the Guardians. Alvarez for the Astros. George Lombard Jr. out of 10. 10 out of 10 on the auto for the Yankees. Clase for Toronto. Rocker for the Rogers out of 149. Jacob Christian out of 75. Jackson Holiday out of 250. Miguel. Randy Arozarena out of 49. And that is for the Mariners. Amador was for the Rockies. And then the super short print little Paul Skeens action. Card of the break. Thank you. You know, Panini dust is a real thing. It's an epidemic. But that's a nice card there, bro. Congrats. All right. So, let's do this. Again, we can run that again tomorrow if you would like. We'll take a look. I'm going to start with football tomorrow, though. See what I can come up with to keep it original. And we'll do some more helmets, probably, stuff along that nature. Mr. and Mrs. will be on tonight, and I may be on that other platform tonight. If you know, you know. Oh, Kimberly, it's taken some adjusting, that's for sure. I still haven't adjusted, and I've been here for a minute. Something. There's plants out here that don't agree with Primo. But thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Football will start tomorrow, but we can do that baseball break again tomorrow as well. Let's do this. We're gonna turn off the YouTube.